Hello, everyone. This is author, motivational speaker, and dating coach Matthew C. Horne. And I bring you a video tonight titled, The Sex Symbol Man, She's Halfway to Her Fantasy. I got one for you tonight. But before we go any further, always know my videos in the dating space, they're inspired by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life. In addition to How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available at my website, www.matthewchorne.com. Get your copies. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And to continue to push me with the algorithm so I can continue to bring you these elevated messages. But let's get right to it. The sex symbol man, she's halfway to her fantasy. And the society needs you to understand falsities about women. The society needs you to believe that she's special. The society needs you to not understand that extremely beautiful women see sexually attractive men and they instinctively want to pair themselves with those men in a sexual manner. That they're actually attracted to sexually attractive men. That beautiful women actually have men that they're attracted to. The society doesn't want you to think that or understand that. The society doesn't want you to understand that when a woman gets in the presence of a sex symbol man, her first instinct and her first level of satisfaction to herself is to have sex with that man. Her first instinct and her first level of satisfaction when it comes to that man regarding herself is to have sex with that man. The society doesn't want you to think that because the society can't control you. The society can't manipulate you if you truly understood all sides of women. And a lot of women, they sing and they move in perfect congruence with the lies of society. Because society told you one thing, and the words coming out of the woman's mouth and her movements are validating everything that society has told you about her. Society knows it's a lie. She knows it's a lie. But if she can't get the sex symbol man, then she's forced for her own satisfaction and survival. She's forced to parcel these men out and to parcel out what she needs into different men. And she can't let you know which man you are, because if you knew the highest side of her, then you would never allow a woman to parcel you out for any side that she needs of you in order to have her get a level of satisfaction from you, because she can't get it from the complete man that she wants it from, the fantasy man. So just pay attention to what society is telling you and pay attention to yourself as you continue to improve yourself. Because what's going to happen is that once you improve yourself, then the lies of society are automatically unveiled because you're having experiences that are contrary to what society told you exists when it regards to women. So your personal evolution is going to reveal the lies of society. Your personal evolution is going to reveal the lies of manipulation of women parceling different men out, selling different men different sides of themselves to get different things out of men. Everything's going to be exposed because you're going to see the best side of women. You're going to see how she moves when she encounters the space of the fantasy man. And that's what this video is about tonight. And so recently, there's a young guy, when I go out, we find ourselves from time to time having some pretty in-depth conversations on about the dating space. And he asked me, why am I so fixated on women who have sex with me as soon as they meet me? He says, why don't you only entertain those women? Like, don't you want to work sometimes? Or, it doesn't always come that easily. And, he has his own way of seeing the world. He hasn't quite defeated the indoctrination of the society. And so young guy's cool. I have my conversation with him. And I let him know that I've had sex with too many women to be fixated on sex. I let him know that I'm focused on sex because that's a representation of when a woman views you as her first choice. I said, when she offers herself to you sexually, that is the catalyst to understand that you're going to have the best experience with her because she desires you on a natural and primal level. And I let him know, anything outside of a woman primarily being attracted to you and offering herself to you sexually when you two meet, she wants something from you. And it's not going to work out in your favor because she's not naturally there. She's there to see what she can get out of you. And nature did not intend that. nature intended for her to be in the space of men that she's extremely sexually attracted to, so she can have complete satisfaction and not have to parcel men out. And I explained to him more about the marriage, rates, divorce rates, and how women are generally dissatisfied with the man that's in their life. And so if you get with a woman that views you as her sexual fantasy as soon as she meets you, then you're halfway to understanding that you're her fantasy. She's halfway to her fantasy. And a woman is halfway to her fantasy when she meets the sex symbol man, because on a very primal level, she's defeated all of the societal indoctrination of what she should extract from you, because she just naturally wants to experience you. Her nature is higher than societal indoctrination. And that's why nature always pervades when she's in the space of a man that she's naturally desiring. And so when she sees you and she naturally desires you, she's halfway to her fantasy. Her fantasy is the man that her poofy tingles as soon as she meets this man. Her poofy tingles as soon as she sees this man. That's nature telling her that this is the optimal man that represents your highest level of desire, physical desire. That's nature communicating with her. Because the way that she brings nature into the world is stimulated when she sees you. How much deeper conversation can nature have with her than to stimulate the very thing that allows her to bring nature into life? So that's the first aspect of her understanding that you're she's halfway to her fantasy, because she's halfway there, because the inner workings and the makings of her understanding and understanding the revelation that you're her fantasy is taking shape. She can't contain herself physically when she meets you. It's primal, it's natural. And secondly, her complete fantasy is the man that has the evidence that he's been consistently bringing an elevated man to life. A man that has the evidence that he's consistently been bringing an elevated man to life. Meaning you're going to have a backdrop of success, and the success came naturally to you because you naturally became an elevated man and life naturally gave you the best. She's going to see the evidence of the best surrounding you. And that's when you understand that she's no longer halfway to her fantasy. Sex was just the catalyst for her to have her best experience with you because nature was calling her. So she was halfway to her fantasy. But then when she gets into your space and she gets to experience you, and you don't have to wear your accomplishments on your sleeve, your energy spoke for your accomplishments before she even knew your accomplishments existed. And then she got to see the physical manifestation of the disciplined version of yourself that you can bring into life every day. Then that's when you're her complete fantasy. And since that's so rare, she's now in an alternate reality. That's every woman's fantasy. Because naturally, these women, since they can't regularly encounter their fantasy, what they have to do is they have to parcel different men out and get different things from these men. That's what they naturally do. That's how they naturally move, because they're not meeting many captivating men. And so she's moving in accordance with the reality and the consistency of the man that she meets on a consistent basis. So that's why she instinctively parcels these men out. She lies to this man and says she doesn't do this. She tells this man that other men do this for me, and those men really don't. She routinely throws shit at the wall, and it sticks. It sticks because the society has indoctrinated men, because they haven't evolved to the point that life shows them opposite of the indoctrination of society that they accepted. It sticks. But see, the thing about that is that even if she can get multiple men to fulfill the roles that she wishes one man could represent, what happens is that she's still not satisfied, because that's outside of the design that nature gave her. Nature designed her to get it from one man. And if she hasn't evolved into a woman that can get it from one man, then she's going to have to defy nature. And when you defy nature, all you get is chaos. And so it may look like she's winning because she's getting so many different things from so many different men. But in reality, what she's getting is menial. She's overselling the things that actually come her way. And in reality, she's not satisfied. And it's not a peaceful existence because she didn't get these things from men by naturally inspiring them. She required these things. See, when life gives you something, it comes with peace. And so she's always in a state of internal turmoil when she's parceling different men out because she's selling different sides of herself when she was created to just rest and be one version of herself. So she's always in a space of internal turmoil because she knows that manipulation comes with a penalty. She understands the dangerous game that she's playing by playing these men. She's selling every man, she's selling the possibility of sex. And she understands that every man is doing something for her, hoping to get sex. And she understands that even the weakest man still has a man in him, and he might wake up. He might wake up and see that he's been getting strung along. And so her nervous system is always in flux because she's getting things from men outside of nature. And so that's not a peaceful existence for her to be parceling men out. But this is what the society wants to sell you, is that everything comes to her. Every kiss begins with K. She's so above you. You have to cater to her. When you can look right through what society is telling you and see that the backdrop of her life is chaotic. And it's automatically chaotic because she has not learned to get things in a natural manner. She has not learned to evolve and attract. She's learned to manipulate and extract. And that's a chaotic experience. That's a chaotic existence. She's always looking over her shoulder because men, since women, we're more, we have more physical prowess. So that's dangerous to be out here playing with men. That's why she's always in flux internally. But then she meets you. And when a woman meets a man that she's naturally attracted to, enough so that she's going to abandon her programming and she has to experience you, she's halfway to her fantasy. Her fantasy is halfway fulfilled. And then when she finds out how much you have going for yourself and the evidence of the efforts, the continuous efforts that you give into life and what life subsequently gave you back, that's now you're the full representation of her fantasy. And why does she prefer that man over parceling men out? It's because she can rest. She can rest when she meets the fantasy man, because she can naturally be herself. That's why she can rest. She doesn't have to shapeshift. She doesn't have to manipulate. All she has to do is rest. And she can rest because she doesn't have to sell the possibility of sex. She gets the satisfaction of sex because you're a sex symbol, meaning that the first thought that she had when she saw you is, I have to have sex with him. Not to extract something from him, but to fulfill a level of satisfaction within myself. So she can be her natural self. She can have sex the way that she was designed to have it, with a man that is garnering that level of attraction from her. That's her design. That's nature right there. And so she's at peace because she doesn't have to shapeshift and manipulate anymore. And she's at peace because she finally met that fantasy man. And she understands if she gives this man a prolonged experience that reflects the level of man that he is, that he's going to be present as well. So now she's happy. She's not in flux. She's not looking over her shoulder. She's not dissatisfied because she really wants one man and she has to get a continuum of men to represent one man. That's dissatisfaction. Nope, she's satisfied now because she found everything she was looking for in one man. And you have to evolve into that man to have this experience. You can hear it from me, but life has indoctrinated every man deeply. Your personal evolution is going to have to really show you the truth in real time of how deeply you've been lied to. And you know you've been lied to when you meet women and they greet you as their fantasy man. And that's why men ask me these questions. Why are you so fixated on women who have sex with you as soon as they meet you? Because they don't know what it's like to have that on a continual basis. They don't know what it's like to have the experience that complements the woman's lust and desire for you. They don't know what that's like. That's the best experience because nothing else is drawing her to you but nature. And when nature draws her to you, there's no interference. When gifts and offerings are her motivation for being with you, that's interference. That's interference between her and you because you have to give her something that's a representation of a mismatch in desire. When a mismatch in desire is present, nature is not present. And the only way that two people can be completely fulfilled, they naturally have to want each other. You cannot escape nature. Your fulfillment is in nature. But you've been conditioned to not observe nature. You can't observe it because you don't have an awareness of it. They told you it doesn't exist. The society needs you to think she's special. And that's a separation between the sex symbol and every other man. Because that's what you are. You're either a sex symbol or you're every other man. And even as you're becoming this man, I want you to approach women. Don't wait to that one day where you feel like you became that sex symbol man. You approach women as long as you're improving yourself. You approach women because one day you're going to approach that woman and she's going to see something different in you. She's going to see something different. And that's when you've graduated, you've been offered a seat to the table of being that sex symbol man that's clicking on every cylinder. So you keep working on yourself and you keep approaching because you're going to approach one day as you're working on yourself and that woman's going to see something different. And you're going to have an experience that's going to represent you seeing some things that you cannot unsee. Your societal programming will be undone. And it doesn't matter how deep the woman's programming is. I can think back to my ex-girlfriend and how much of a womanist she was. She made sure that she specified that she wasn't a feminist, she was a womanist. And when you have women like that, you can hear the conversations that they have amongst themselves. The other womanists and feminists getting together. Men ain't this, men ain't that. We're so much better without them. And then they meet that sex symbol, and all of her reality, her indoctrination is suspended. And everything is her idea. And then those emotions develop because she didn't even know that place within her existed. Her nature is greater than societal indoctrination. Her nature is greater than false definitions of femininity, like feminism, womanism. Her nature is greater than that. And you're going to see that when you become that sex symbol man, that you're going to suspend her reality and she's going to escape the indoctrination and she's going to fall right into her nature. She's going to naturally fall in line and submit to the sex symbol man because she was designed to move that way. And that's why you only deal with women who move with nature, natural lust and desire for you. That's why you only deal with those women because that's a representation of the best experience because that's the experience that she was designed to have with you, with men. And then you get to a point where even when things don't work out, because women don't owe you attraction, but the sex symbol man's satisfaction is that he's meeting so many women that give him such an elevated level of attraction that he doesn't miss the women who had that level of attraction and it waned and it faded for whatever reason. See, sex symbol men don't necessarily have a negative opinion about women. Now you can collectively look at how they move and you can make some observations because they do a lot of silly shit. Let's be real. But when it comes to women that you've dealt with, some are just going to be rogue. Some will do some bad things, but generally, you're not going to have a negative opinion because you only stayed when you saw that she was moving according with nature. That's what sex symbol men do because you know what nature looks like. And you know what it looks like so clearly. You know what lust, pure primal lust and desire looks like so clearly that the minute that that the interest wanes or the energy shifts, you're gone. You're gone. And she might want to stay and figure out how she feels about you. And, is she really going to be able to have the experience with you that she's having with the new man in her life? You can feel all that energy and you're gone because you've identified the best experience that is afforded to you, which consequently makes you immune to being with women who aren't giving you that experience. So a woman can start out that way. And if she fades, if she, pulls the about face, the reversal, you're gone. And you're gone so quickly that you don't have a negative opinion about her, because all you can remember is that I was present when things were naturally aligned with the man that I had evolved into. In a minute that I didn't see that look in her eyes, I didn't see that way that she moved that was in accordance with the man that garnered those experiences that allowed me to understand that I am a sex symbol. The minute I didn't see those movements and that look in her eyes, I was gone. Where's the dissatisfaction in that? You're there as long as you see yourself in her. There's no dissatisfaction in that. So just understand that when she meets that sex symbol man and she's primarily attracted to you and she has to experience you, she's halfway to her fantasy. But then when she finds out the things, the great things that surround you, the evidence of your commitment to yourself, the evidence that you've evolved and given life a version of yourself that requires the best to come back to you, when she sees the best in conjunction with her lust, you're her full fantasy man. And when she meets her full fantasy man, she's completely escaped this realm of reality. This has been Matthew C. Horne, author, motivational speaker, and dating coach. Bring you a video talking about the sex symbol man. Yes, that sex symbol man. You know, she's ready to escape reality. She's halfway to her fantasy. It's brought to you by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, in addition to How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available at my website, www.matthewchorne.com. Get your copies. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and to continue to push with the algorithm so I can continue to bring you these elevated messages. And I hear you all in the comments. You want me to make videos on particular topics. Those are called custom videos. If you want me to make a custom video, you have to make a donation of $150 or more to my PayPal and my Cash App information that's in my video description. There's a note feature that appears on PayPal and Cash App before you complete your donation. Put the title of the video that you want me to make in the note feature, complete your donation, and then I will have your video on my channel in 24 hours or less. If your subject matter is more nuanced than just leaving a note on the note feature, you complete the donation, you bypass the note feature, and then you email me at matt@matthewchorne.com with your more in-depth and nuanced description of what you want me to make your video on. And if you've been empowered, if you've been enlightened, and if you understand that I'm spitting some of the hardest game in the game, come on, man. I want you all to make your donations. Donate to my PayPal and my Cash App information that's in my video description. If y'all want me to stay here, man, y'all need to get these donations up. I'm being real with you all, man. Y'all know I'm spitting this heavy game, man. Y'all know it. Your lives are changing. You let me know in the comments. Y'all need to show some love, man. If y'all want me to stay here. So make your donations to my PayPal and my Cash App information that's in my video description, man. I got love for y'all, man. I'm bringing y'all my best on a consistent basis. I need y'all to show up for me, man. Make your donations. And if you're in need of coaching, if you have different setbacks, circular movements, and frustrations in the dating space, then I want you to reach out to me for coaching. I can help you to get to the other side of that and get your breakthrough so you can have smooth, enjoyable experiences with women. If you need a coaching, you email me at matt@matthewchorne.com. In the subject matter of the email, you leave coaching. In the body of the email, you leave your name, your phone number, and whatever issues that you're facing in the dating space. I'll do an assessment and get right back to you with the terms of the coaching. Once you accept the terms, we set a date and time, and you get your breakthrough. You get your 1 hour coaching session with me, and there's a breakthrough at the end of that. Sign up for your coaching. I'm going to introduce a new tier. If you want to work with me for a month, I'll give you 3 coaching calls per month. I'll do an in-depth assessment of where you are right now, where you want to be. And I'll also give you access to me in between the coaching calls if you have questions and issues that you're facing. So inquire about the 1 month tier of coaching as well. Just email me the same way, matt@matthewchorne.com, coaching in the subject matter of the email, the body of the email, let me know you're interested in the 1 month coaching, and you leave your name and your phone number. You can tell me about, whatever issues that you're facing, and then I'll do an assessment and I'll get to you, and then we'll get to it just like that. Also, I'm still looking to fill the remaining slots of the 5 individuals who want to take a year-long coaching journey with me. Okay. In the year-long coaching journey, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make an assessment of exactly where you are in life, in the dating space, and then I'm going to see exactly where you want to be. Okay. I'm going to create custom curriculum and custom coaching. I'm only taking on 5 individuals for this year-long coaching journey. And I'm going to reach out to you once you inquire about this. And You know, I'm going to assess you and we're going to get on the phone. I'm not going to just email you back. I'm going to call you and we're going to get on the phone and decide if we're a good fit to work with one another over the course of a year. So once again, I'm going to do an assessment of you. And then, once you sign up, then you're going to get 3 coaching calls per week with me. There's going to be breakthroughs that happen in the very first call. It's going to start exactly where you are. No two individuals are going to get the same coaching. I'm going to start exactly where you are, and I'm going to take you progressively throughout that year to where you want to be. You're going to experience exponential, very fast growth. You're going to become a man that you don't even recognize because you surpass your own expectations. Okay. If you're interested in taking that year-long coaching journey with me, then I want you to email me at matt@matthewchorne.com. Leave mentorship in the subject matter of the email. In the body of the email, you leave your name, your phone number, and tell me exactly where you are in life, in the dating space, and where you want to be. I'm going to meet up with every one of you all in person as well, these 5 people. I'm going to coach you in person. You're going to have 24-hour access to me as well. It's going to be very exclusive. Just reach out to me. I have the best for you. Lastly, my dating coaching community on a school platform, I want everyone to sign up. It's a very affordable membership, a very affordable monthly membership. In this community, you're going to get exclusive content from me on a weekly basis, okay? That's not on YouTube. I allow members of the community to give me video topics, and that's the exclusive content. I also come up with my own topics, and I put the content in the community for everyone to see. We also have a Zoom every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do a monologue on a particular topic, and then I allow the members of the community to dialogue with me. We commune back and forth about the topic. And then once we're done with that, then I'm your dating coach for an hour. I allow the members of the community to ask me anything they want to ask me for an hour. I'm your dating coach for an hour. The conversations are very elevated because the members of the community that are faithful, that are on the lives, they're growing. And I'm seeing it happen right in front of my face. And you need to join that tribe right there, man. Sign up for my dating coach community. Every live that we have is archived. Every exclusive video that I've made for the community is archived in the community. You can watch, you can join, you can binge watch. You can begin to grow, and then you get right with me that Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm yours for an hour. It gets no better than that. So if you're interested in signing up for my dating coach community, the link to sign up will be in the video description. My dating coach community, Matthew C. Horne Dating on the school platform. The link to sign up is in my video description. I've enjoyed spending some time with you all tonight. I want you all to have the experience of the sex symbol man. The sex symbol man is offered to other women by women because he's such a departure. He's mastered himself to that capacity that is not just his looks, it's the energy that he radiates. It's the things that surround him. Everything is complementary and clicking all cylinders, and the evidence of an extremely elevated man. Those women will give that woman to another woman as an offering. That's the complete opposite of what the society told you to do. Tolerate her shit. Cater to her. Don't hold her accountable. Stay with her long enough. Eat her shit long enough so that your heart connects to her. So you can eat shit and the government doesn't have to take care of her. That's the society right there. There's a whole nother side of the coin that's a representation of your absolute best experience. And you will access that when you become the absolute best version of yourself. There's better experiences that are waiting on you. Be serious about yourself, become disciplined, identify the best that you have to offer, and work on the best. Identify the best, create some sort of vision or purpose for your life, and work on it. Stay in the gap long enough. Face your old self. Become your new man. Go with the things that you see within yourself. It's really that simple, but you have to stay your course. And when you stay your course long enough, things will change. You will elevate, you will grow, you will see things that you can't unsee. And then you'll understand the deep lies that society was telling you. I see you all soon.